Hello, everyone, and welcome. There it is. What an honor it is to kick off this year's summit. My name is Joe Vezzani. I'm the CEO of LunarCRUSH, and I have the privilege of kicking things off with an update at what will be the very bottom of the bear market. Yes, you heard it here first. But don't panic. Love him or hate him. Elon's been sending cryptic messages since the day he's been in the public eye. So fasten your seatbelt. Enjoy the ride. Crypto and DeFi are not going anywhere. And here's why not. Life for all of us began simply. Buy a little Bitcoin. If you joined a little later, possibly you dabbled in Litecoin or Ethereum. Or if you were really wild, who knows, maybe you grabbed some Dogecoin before the rest of us. So congrats on that. All in all, though, life was simple. Public blockchains were here and the double spend problem was solved. Then here comes DeFi. And true to our ability to make everything impossible to understand in our industry, DeFi began before we even explained what decentralized meant to software. But I shall not digress. So what's next after DeFi? In short, the disruption of everything. And why? Because money does not create innovation alone. It's a pivotal building block, yes, but it does not fund the next generation of entrepreneurs, does not create liquidity. It simply exists. It's there, ready to be built on. So what does disrupt everything is lending. And here's just an example of that, and one of them. Today in the US, we have over $10 trillion in mortgage debt. This is the amount of money in total homeowners owe on their homes. And on average, the loan to value ratio of someone getting a new loan today is close to 90%. That means that we're all borrowing 90% of the money needed to buy a house, and from a bank, of course, right? So when you combine the amount of debt refinanced a year plus the number of new loans, that means each year there's almost $2.5 trillion up for grabs. And right now, DeFi does not touch any of it. And to reiterate, this is the US alone. So the enormity of the market cannot be understated at all. So what other industries require lending? This list goes off of the page on purpose, but it's everything else. The DeFi train that disrupts everything has left the station, and it's coming for your industry too. And so when I gave this update last year, we were just finishing DeFi Summer, not too dissimilar from the endless summer, a picturesque vacation that seemingly goes on forever. But in reality, there were sharks everywhere and you paddled out without a leash. But here's what DeFi Summer looked like. And this is October of 2020. And here come the charts. But total value locked reached around 11 billion. And that chart looks ominous and unsustainable, right? Even with one of the largest price retracements in crypto history, we're still 5 times higher in the Ethereum DeFi community than we were just 9 months ago. Community, that word, it would not be a LunarCRUSH update without one. And so what are we looking at here? At LunarCRUSH, we coined the term, without a community, there is no crypto. And it's one thing to look at the total value locked in DeFi. And it's another to look at the total number of individuals who are talking about it. Because as we know, nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. And on the blue line, you can see last October, we had roughly 38,000 unique individuals posting across social media networks about cryptocurrency. And 2 days ago, on literally one of the worst days that we've seen, we had over 400,000 unique individuals talking about crypto online. And we call them contributors. So that is 11 times more people joining the conversation on a day when no one wanted to even look at their portfolio. So the lesson here, and I stole this from my co-founder, John, yesterday, and he might not even know it, is for every one person back in October 2020 who wanted to buy that Bitcoin you were thinking about selling, there are now at a very minimum 11 more people trying to buy that. So a way bigger market. And why does total people mean more than total value locked? Here's an example. Another layer one who had joined the mix is Polygon. And in February of 2020, the community started talking. the crowd began asking questions, posting responses, and trying to figure out together online what was happening with Matic Network. Sure enough, with their new launch, TVL started to fly in April, and so did price. And on average, there are over 8,000 people a day posting about the network now. We're back in February, it was less than 500. So the lesson here is community begets value and not the other way around. And I couldn't leave you without sharing, a shout out to our DeFi for Boomers platform, which I wanted to touch on, which is someone like a BlockFi. Even though most folks in our space are probably yelling at their screen right now, you cannot dismiss the fact that CeFi platforms like BlockFi have paved the way for a different generation to join and become fully decentralized. Because like I said at the beginning, we have a long way to go when it comes to branding in our industry, and the CeFi tools are just doing it better today, plain and simple. So let's work together and let's change that because as you can see, it's still called AUM, which is assets under management and not total value locked. So thank you all for listening today. Give us a follow at LunarCRUSH on Twitter, where you'll find all of the social metrics I mentioned today. And back to you guys. Thank you very much.